Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and we're about a week removed from the launch of the latest mini set, and it's kind of clear how the Hearthstone ladder is developing, and while it's a lot of the same old, we're gonna get into it and if it's a problem or what the problem cards are, the problem classes, all of that. You can probably tell by the thumbnail where we're going with it. And also a reminder, on yesterday's video, I announced a giveaway of $100 of Hearthstone packs to one lucky winner. All you have to do is like and comment on the video in the description below, as well as be subscribed to the channel. Be aware, apparently somebody's starting there's like a phishing bot trying to pretend to be me in the comments. I'm gonna announce the winner myself next Wednesday, and I will message the winner myself using my account. So if you get messaged by somebody else or someone pretending to be me, it's not me. You're gonna see officially the winner will be on my video next Wednesday. A week removed from the latest mini set launch, and what does HS replay show us across all ranks? Again, not the best indicator, but a general indicator of how things are going. And it wasn't very long. Right before the mini set came out, the Demon Hunter was like almost dead last after the latest balance patch, and oh look, it's back to being number one. Demon Hunter, it's either first or it's last every single time, I swear. But the remainder stays pretty consistent, with Paladin, Warrior, and Hunter all in the green, everyone else in the negative. But you'll note that between the 10th class and the first class, it's only about an 8 to 9% difference. Whereas before Demon Hunter got nerfed the first time, it was something like, I think it was like 15, nearly 20% different. So at least from across all ranks, the classes aren't horribly skewed as much as it was in the past. But if we dive a little deeper, HS Replay basically posted their regional power rankings. From Diamond to Legend. This is across since the mini set came out, since June 1st. And you can still see that even at Diamond to Legend, Demon Hunter, #1 in the Americas, #1 on EU, and #1 in the Asia Pacific server, as well as Warrior being all the top 3 decks are literally the same across all 3, and it's a little bit different at 4, where Mech Paladin and Holy Paladin are swapped. And then you have Mech Paladin and Hamba Paladin on Asia. I guess they don't like Holy Paladin as much there. But you can see that, yeah, Demon Hunter, Warrior, and Paladin are just dominating the top of the food chain. They are absolutely killing it. And what exactly caused this? And before we get into what caused this, I actually want to say that balance might be changing a little bit at Hearthstone in general going forward. I was tweeted by Aleko Greco. I'm probably butchering their name. That's Cora's brother that's on the design team, is that he will now be giving live balance feedback instead of Gallon, and Gallon will be more focused on initial design, so like creating cards. So there could be a difference in terms of what balance we could see going forward. He also mentioned that he doesn't play a lot of Wild, so he'll be leaning on the devs as well as the community on balance changes for Wild, and Big Shaman is on their radar, possibly for the next patch. So they're actively talking about possibly changing things for Wild going forward. So if you feel left out on the Wild talk, there's a little bit of news for you there. But yeah, if we take a look at top 1000 Legend, even in the last 3 days, it basically paints the same picture. You have Warrior, you have Demon Hunter, you do have Boat Rogue up there, and Mech Paladin. And what has put Fell Demon Hunter over the top? They just were the deck was nerfed, or the class was nerfed. What happened? Well, the mini set gave them one incredibly busted card that's just put it over the top. And even myself, I did a Legend climb on my stream today where we were doing deck roulette. I was switching between 5 different decks. I hit Demon Hunter on the last cycle, and I went I think it says 10-2 here. I basically couldn't lose to the deck, and I basically saw how powerful it was. And yes, a huge part of it is to do with the new card from the mini set, Fossil Fanatic. After your hero attacks, draw Fell spell. I figure this card would be incredible. It's going to draw you at least 1 card on average, but when you couple it with multi-strike, it can draw 2. But, you know, chaining those Fell spells, whether it's a Chaos Strike, a Fell Barrage, it is just so good. And the deck list I was running was even running this Carry a Fell Soul high roll, where you hope to not draw Zoolock and you copy it. And I barely hit that high roll, and I still just didn't lose. And yeah, the Zoolock buff is actually relevant. That card is really good. You get that on the board, it's 8 damage, and if the board's empty, that's all going face. Your opponent has to deal with it, and you can get it out early with Carria. It's just an insanely disgusting combination of cards. Looking at the Mulligan win rate, there's no Drekthar here. There's no card that you have it in your opener, you just win the game. Mulligan win rate is the highest on Predation of all cards, and Carria for the high roll, right, of hitting Z-Lag, but overall, it's not like 70%, 75%. It's just an extremely extremely efficient, good deck that's got insane synergies. Everything works incredibly well together, and basically you just control the board, you have insane reach, and the deck is doing incredibly well. So the main counter to this, of course, is Control Warrior, which is hard carried by From the Depths, which has a 60% Mulligan win rate, and Shield Shatter, which clears like basically any early to mid game board without much problems. But From the Depths to me has been the big offender with the Warrior and what makes it so good, and I do expect to see a balance change to it as well. And even the mini set has added new cards to Warrior, like the new Elemental that deals damage, gains armor, as well as the 4-mana taunt, but a lot of lists don't even run it. Meaty recently hit rank 1 legend with Control Warrior without a single new mini set card. And if you're looking at Paladin and you want to look at high win percentage cards, Lightforge Carriel basically is the deck for like Holy Paladin we're looking at here. 70% Mulligan win rate for a 7-mana card. It is just insane. Although you technically can like tech in a Viper to try and destroy it, she's hard carrying and she's so broken. She's running Mech Paladin and all these other decks. And another deck that's also kind of popping up that could be very problematic as well is Boat Rogue, which is all about just getting a Sharan Vessel out early with a prep. And of course we have the reverted Wild Pawn Knoll, which can come out very early. And you can see with Cutlass, the tradable card that basically is never equipped unless you're trying to draw with your Edwin. We're looking at like 60% Mulligan win rate as well, and creates a lot of non-games. When you go like prep a Sharan Vessel into Gone Fishing, you just create this insane stat bomb that is unbelievable. And I actually played this deck in my roulette. I had a game against a Control Warrior that literally gained over 100 armor. Not exaggerating, over 100 armor. They still lost due to me hitting them in the face with like an Edwin. I believe it was like a 2020 Edwin because I put it in my hand, drawn a bunch of cards with Smite, and just progressively got there. Despite the fact they gained so much armor, it's like, isn't that a problem if I could kill them with like a mid-range kind of tempo deck with that much damage output? But yeah, I still feel like Wild Pawn Knoll is the card that really should never have got reverted. I still believe that. I still think that. And because when you couple that with the Vessel, which is really good on its own, I don't think they needed the help. I think Rogue would be fine without it, that it still just kind of irks me. This card can come down on turn 2 and 3. It just creates a lot of non-games that's really frustrating. So that's kind of how the meta has shaped up post mini set. Demon Hunter is on the verge of becoming kind of that tier 1, tier S deck again as it gets more refined. Personally, when I was playing it, the only thing that gave me any problem was Warrior. Everything else, I just won on board. I dealt insane damage, and the deck is insane. And to me, the most powerful card in the deck still felt like Multi-Strike at 2 mana. That card still feels like just way too good. And I remember when I initially pitched for it to get nerfed, I thought at 3, the card would be good. And yeah, at 2 mana, it still basically lets you control everything. And now when you have even more support for Demon Hunter for attacking, you're drawing Fel spells every time, it's even better than before. So I don't know what they're going to do for balance. I'm not predicting nerfs quite yet. I think we might have a patch in like a week or two, but right now Demon Hunter, Paladin, and Warrior are the 3 classes that really stand out as above the rest by a lot. And that's kind of how it was before the mini set. We're still probably about 2 months removed from the next expansion. I'd expect to see it in early August. Unless they want this to be really stale, I would expect some significant changes to at least these 3 classes. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What's been kicking your butt, or what's been kicking butt for you and all of that. And if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.